Climate in 2 minutes. In our last Climate in 2 minutes episode, we discussed the two responses to climate change, namely mitigation and adaptation. But is there a better response to climate change? And what are the unique features of mitigation and adaptation? While mitigation is primarily an international issue and provides global benefits, adaptation strategies mostly benefit local communities.
Mitigation strategies are also targeted to have long-term effects, as limiting global temperature and other impacts does not happen immediately. Adaptation strategies, on the other hand, can both be short-term and long-term.
Short-term adaptation is crucial in addressing urgent response measures. An example of these short-term adaptation measures is the provision of recovery assistance during disasters.
On a long-term scale, adaptation measures could be directed towards risk avoidance to projected impacts of climate change. Examples of long-term adaptation measures are setting up of disaster prevention facilities, evacuation sites, and early warning systems. In terms of the target sectors, mitigation is directed towards the sectors of energy, industry, transportation, and waste, while adaptation is a priority in the sectors of water and health. Both agriculture and forestry are priorities in mitigation and adaptation.
In conclusion, both mitigation and adaptation responses are important in reducing vulnerability and increasing climate resilience. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change even highlighted and identified the importance of synergies between the two.
An example of this is on the sector of forestry. Forestry has the capacity to store carbon and prevent soil degradation. Forestry is also an economic activity and is a source of livelihood for communities. As a mitigation strategy, forests also have the capacity to restore and protect watersheds and has the capacity for hydropower. For adaptation, forests improve resilience of habitats and biodiversity and can withstand strong typhoons.
Climate actions are not only the responsibility of the local and national government, but is a shared responsibility among all actors and individuals. Addressing climate change entails lifestyle change to reduce our carbon footprint. Carbon footprint is the amount of carbon dioxide and other carbon compounds emitted due to the consumption of fossil fuels by a particular person or group. Did you know that you can compute for your own carbon footprint using readily available carbon calculators? Catch us on the next episode as we learn about the international and national treaties on climate change, the Paris Agreement, the Conference of Parties, the Climate Change Act, and the National Climate Change Action Plan.